All right, man. Detroit Lions defeat the Green Bay Packers on Sunday Night Football. Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance. Get notifications. We go live or drop video financially. Want to support the channel? Cash App $ CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Yes, sir. They get the job done. I'm pretty much sure when they was eliminated, thanks to Baker Mayfield not baking in the kitchen. Versus Seattle, he did take them to overtime. Then he threw a pick to Quadre Diggs, but I'm pretty sure you know the play. Um, I knew they was gonna win once Seattle lost. Seattle won. There was no pressure on them. They called out some trick plays, a couple of them, but they played well and the defense played well. And one of the things that I seen that the national media was dismissing was that the first game against Green Bay, the Detroit Lions held the Green Bay Packers to 9 points, albeit it was at Ford Field and they had some injuries. But last night they held them to 16 points. Last night they held them to 16 points. So come on, so they scored one more touchdown and so they held them under 20 at in Lambeau. And you heard a lot of people, dismiss the fact that what that defense did to Aaron Rodgers in division games are tough. You know what I'm saying? Division games are always tough, bro. And we know them. Aaron Glenn does a great job against Aaron Rodgers, and I don't think it was no different this time. I don't think it was no different this time. He did a great job, and they know how to play Aaron Rodgers and Christian Watson. He was somewhat of a factor. He made some plays out there, made some deep balls out there. They got some pass interference. Allen Lazard, he had a hot drive. The one where they, I think the second half where they scored the touchdown, where they scored both touchdowns half. But one of the touchdowns in the second half, he had a hot drive, and Watson had a ball, early in the game where it was pass interference. I think he still caught it. They got down there early in the red zone, and the Lions made a stop. I think Aiden Hutchinson got a big sack. One of them sacks, Aiden Hutchinson almost stripped Aaron Rodgers. I don't know how Aaron Rodgers held on to it, but when you've been playing in Lambeau for that many years in the cold, I'm pretty sure he know how to operate and he know how to move in the cold. So I don't think that was a true shocker up there. But obviously, Jared Goff wasn't the most comfortable guy in the cold yesterday. The ball didn't come out like it comes out at Ford Field or it comes out in dry weather. He had the gloves on. Some people wanted him to take the gloves off. I think he had gloves on both hands last night, and I don't know how you do that. I see some quarterbacks put it on their offhand, a hand that they don't throw with. But that's tough. That's real tough to put gloves on both hands, bro, and throw with a glove. I like to feel the ball. So I don't know how you do it. Quite frankly, I don't know how you do it, bro. But he figured it out, and that's what he chose to go with was a glove on the hands, and the ball didn't really have a zip. It looked kind of uncomfortable throwing. He had a good throw to Jameson Williams that got called back by a hold on Matt Nielsen, and you seen how fast Jameson Williams really is, and that's why a lot of fans, wanted to see Jameson Williams out there, play because you see the speed, you see the athleticism, you see the way he broke away from two Packer defenders. That was something to marvel at. That was something really to marvel at, the way he broke away from the two Packer defenders. The way he broke away from the two Packer defenders, man, he straight up booked it from them. But it was called back, man. That was he dropped a raindrop in there. You know what I'm saying? For sure. He dropped a raindrop in the bucket there. And Jameson Williams pulled off fast, but they called it back. Matt Nielsen did have a hold on the inside. But yeah, he did have a hold on the inside, and it had to be called back. So yeah, that was crazy. But then they carried on, and credit to the Lions. They stuck in there. Bagley missed a field goal, but he got down there. He made a couple. And old boy from the Packers, he missed one too. What's his name? Let's see his name. Yeah, Mason crossbar. He hit the crossbar. But he made two big kicks early on for 48 and 49. But but yeah, you was looking for the referees to take it away from the Lions. I think it was overall pretty much clean game. You've seen the holds. It was a drop by St. Brown early on, but then St. Brown probably had one of the catches of the year outside of Justin Jefferson. Um, outside of Justin Jefferson's big catch with versus Buffalo. So he had a big catch, man, and versus at the end of the game we caught it between his legs and held on to it. Jamal Williams breaks he broke Barry Sanders touchdown most touchdowns rushing touchdowns in the season, albeit he had one more game than Barry Sanders. So I mean that was something kind of to look at kind of look at and celebrate. He went over 1,000 yards, albeit with a 17th game and all that. But they made plays that had to make them. Justin Jackson had a good play on third and long. DeAndre Swift ran hard. He must be healthy because he was running hard last night, running through contact. They was motivated. Like Dan Campbell said after the game, they came to get their respect, and that's what they came to do. They came to get their respect, and they wanted to send a message to Green Bay. And they didn't feel like Deshaun Elliott said before the game, they didn't feel like Green Bay respected them. And that's why I got that vibe when Aaron Rodgers said after the first game, well, you can't lose to that team. He straight up said that. He said, well, you can't lose to that team. Like, what do that mean? You know? So, and this week he tried to call us a good team, but I think the damage was already done. And I think, he did it he did that to himself. I think the damage was already done. I think they was motivated. I think he motivated the Lions. They didn't really need no additional motivation because they want to prove that they're not the SOL Lions. First and foremost, they want to prove that to the city of Detroit first before they prove it on the national stage. And I think they're starting to turn that corner. Hopefully, this momentum they got this year, it rises into, it goes into, next year. So that's what happened into the offseason and so on. But last night there was a tough football game. The offensive line was great last night. So this golf sack once, but they opened up holes. They ran tough. They out tough Green Bay. And Green Bay, one of them teams that they got some fourth down stops out there too defensively. Green Bay, one of them teams that gave us fits running the football. For some reason, they could be 32nd in the league and running the foot against the rush, but they can stop the run versus us. And Dan Campbell is turning his team into what we thought. Matt Patricia would turn his team into a tough football team. Matt Patricia had them practicing outside for dome games and stuff of that nature. But he turned them into a football team in which they tough. They travel. In the cold. It was physical. Even the receivers was physical. When they catch the ball, it was physical. The returnment was physical. And they was looking to dish out punishment yesterday. Jamal Williams had something to prove against his old football team. And Larry Goff trying to cement himself as the quarterback. So they all came out there something to prove. Per se, didn't like the way the ball was coming out of Goff hands. Some people wanted the glove off. Whatever made him comfortable, he won. But defensively, they came and played well, and that was something that people was overlooking when breaking down this football game. For sure, some people was overlooking how good defense played against Rodgers last time. Kirby Jerson got 2 takeaways last game. This game they had the forced fumble. I think Kaminsky forced the fumble. I forgot who recovered it. Aaron Rodgers threw a pick, so that's 2 turnovers right there. Kirby Joseph got Aaron Rodgers 3 times this year. 3 times. I think Aiden Hudson had 9.5 sacks on the season this year, just shy of 10, 3 picks. I think he was one of 4 players to do that. Lawrence Taylor and a couple other guys. Ever, not just rookies, ever. So, I mean, at the end of the day, they played well. They played well. Kirby Joseph, he was a guy that I was one of them guys that wanted the kid from Penn State who played well this year. Jaquan Brisker, he played real well. Real well, but Kirby Joseph is exactly what they needed, a ball hawk. And he had Aaron Rodgers' number this season. You hope going forward you continue to have Aaron Rodgers' number. If Rodgers is going to stick around in Green Bay, and the Lions did a terrific job. For whatever reason, Aaron Glenn got a great defensive plan to stop the Green Bay Packers, and Goff played well. He played well enough. And you have a team that's gonna be people's picks next year. So when they got little success and versus Carolina, they overlooked Carolina. They got smacked in the mouth. So hopefully, you know what I'm saying. Hopefully they learn a lesson. That's what you hopefully they do. Hopefully they learn a lesson from last time, and not to overlook their opponents. That's what I can say. So hopefully they continue to learn their lesson. But Kirby Joseph iced the game last night. Aaron Rodgers seen the blitz. I don't know if he's seen Kirby Joseph. I know he figured he had 1-on-1, and Kirby Joseph came over, and then the cornerback was step by step with the receiver anyway. But Kirby Joseph just did what he had to do. Flipped his hips, got there, and got the pick, and they came down. They went for it on fourth down, but before that, they sat there and flipped and did a flip play. That was crazy. Flipped the ball, from St. Brown to DeAndre Swift, and they put out all the stops. So good win for Lions, 20-16. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop a video. Check out the Lions post game reaction playlist for more videos like this, or Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Like I said, the link tree, I'm everywhere there, from Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. It's the first link in the description. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time. Peace.